a second for that one to come out. But time management, right? And here's what I've like realized with it. The way I like think about it is, I remember back in college, right? I went to school full time. I was on the formula team. I had to do homework. I worked pretty much full time. I flipped cars, and I still had time to go out and party and have a good time, right? So fast forward into graduating college and just, working a 9 to 5. I wasn't going to school. I didn't have to, build a car for my senior project. I didn't have to do like 3 other things, but I still felt like I'd come home from work and then have no time for anything, right? So time, or the things you have to do, take up all the time you let them take up, pretty much. So I've realized that when I have to do things, I schedule them and I give them a certain amount of time for me to complete those, right? So that's how I manage my time, right? So like every morning, let's say I have to do like 6 things, right? And each one of those things maybe, I don't know, takes me like 10 to 15 minutes. So I give myself like 20 minutes, right? Because I give myself a little buffer and then more time in between. I mean, it's like really easy. You don't have to do it every day. All I do is I go on my calendar on my phone, and you can make it like a repeating meeting, right? So it's like in your calendar, you do it, you get it done. And same thing with like, I don't know, let's say you got to do like paperwork, or you got to look at deals, or you got to do this or do that. All I do is, all right, I got to do this. I think it's going to take me like X amount of time, and then I do it in X amount of time, right? Let's say something that should take me like 45 minutes, I give myself an hour to do. And if I wouldn't do that, I would just sit there, and it'd probably take me like all day to do to do it, right? Like I feel like everyone does these sort of things, and I do them all the time, right? And then you finish it finally. It's like, man, why not just do this like in like the 45 minutes it would have taken me, and then like moved on with my life and actually not just sat there and like have this like burden of the one thing to do, right? So scheduling things and giving myself a allowed amount of time to do them, that has made a huge difference in my productivity. Like I said, like let's say I gotta like sign these papers, send them over, scan them, whatever, 45 minutes it takes me. If I wouldn't give myself, I usually give myself, let's say like an hour for that. So if I wouldn't give myself that hour, I'd probably like spend all day. I'd like go do laundry, I'd like wash some dishes, I'd like do all this random shit that doesn't get me closer to my goal, right? So that's kind of like the message of this like video is I pretty much figured out where I was wasting a lot of time, and right, and I did this because I wanted to stop wasting time, right? I felt like I needed to do so many things and I wasn't getting anything done. So I figured out where I was wasting time and how I was wasting time, and then by scheduling it and giving myself a time frame to do it, that helped me not waste so much time and be much more productive. So hope this helped, and I hope you have a great day. Hold on. This button's really aggravating. You gotta hit it twice.